Orlando, you have traveled in many, many countries. You have seen people, you have seen societies. Now, in the Western world, with all these issues with free speech, social media and all this stuff, do you really think we have democracy?
No way. Why would I think that?
Well, that's what everybody believes. That's what everybody says.
That's what people are brainwashed to believe. You don't have democracy.
But we elect our politicians every 4 years.
No, you don't. You think you do, but who are you electing? You're electing who people want you to elect.
Why? You can run, and maybe I vote for you.
You're never going to get to the position. The parties will never allow you to run.
Okay.
Right. If you think about it, if you want to run, you have to be a member of a political party.
Yes.
And that political party has to approve you to be a candidate. Then you have to be elected. But you're not going to be, they're not going to, use UK as an example, the political parties are not going to allow just anybody to be a candidate.
Okay.
Look at, again, back on Trump, look at the issues Trump's had in the US because he come out of nowhere. He's not part of the political elite, the political clique.
But still he pulled it off.
Yeah, but he's a
Billionaire.
famous guy, etc., etc. You can have Joe Blogs from the middle of nowhere, unless they're very well. And again, in Europe, you're not going to do it because you have to be part of the elites in the first place. Again, you look at, let's bash UK as an example. The Brits like their people to come from private schools, Oxford, Cambridge, etc. They like to be ruled by upper class people. So a normal person, a normal Brit that spoke with a normal accent, it's just the accent, will never be allowed to get that far.
So people believe that having a parliamentary means they have democracy?
They think they do. But how do you have democracy? It's like, you look at half the things that's going on in the world today, it's like, do people agree with do the populations agree what's going on? Is everything going to a vote?
Yeah, but you know, people don't necessarily agree, but do they disagree? Because even if they disagree, they don't show it.
Well, when they do, look at UK as an example, when they do show it, everybody's arrested.
Okay.
But again, it's like, how much these days are governments making decisions without the people? Look at COVID. Did everybody agree with COVID? No, your government's doing this, government's doing that, government's banning this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Government's putting people under arrest by staying in your own home for what? So something that turned out to be the vast majority of what we were told about COVID was lies. Mm-hmm. Have people been arrested?
Not yet. There are some investigations going. Fauci.
People will never be arrested because there's too much money involved.
Okay.
And the politicians all took a percentage. I say, and again, this is my perspective on this thing. I think too simply. If you think back in history, human history, right? Why did tribes have leaders?
Because the leaders, at least initially, they were taking care to keep safe the tribe. They were the champions, the warlords.
They were the champions of the tribe. They were the best leaders. And even you look at Greece with a lot of philosophers here. Mm-hmm. They were the intelligent people. They benefited
the society.
The society. They benefited their people. They protected their people. They made their people wealthy. They they expanded their people's influence, right? Okay, let's look at most leaders these days. Are they protecting their people?
Not really.
Well, crime's going up all over the place. Everybody's upset about, in most places, Europe anyway, US, about immigration. Crime is going up, so are people being protected? No. You have even places in the United Kingdom, or you said before, parts of Europe, sexual assault is skyrocketing. What's the politicians doing? Nothing. UK, knife crime. What are people doing? Nothing. Cities in the US, gun crime is high. South Chicago is a war zone. What are politicians doing? Nothing. So they're not protecting the people. Are they making their people more wealthy?
Not really.
No. Everybody I know is getting screwed.
Everything is becoming more expensive.
Everything's more expensive. Energy. Everything's becoming more expensive. Wages are down. The economy is getting worse. So why do we have the people we have in...
That's the Russians' fault because they started the war.
Yeah, but Russia's economy's up.
That's what they say.
But we can't talk about that. Russia's economy's up. Everywhere else is up, but the West is screwed. But again, okay, looking at it from a basic perspective, the leaders and the parliamentary systems we have at the moment, are they protecting the people and making their people more wealthy?
No.
No. So what's the point in having them? They're working against the people. It's more of, if we look at it from my perspective, the systems we have in place at the moment are more slave systems where you have the elites, and the elites, they view the population as being nothing more than worker ants for them that they can tax.
Isn't slave an overstretch? You have your house, you have your car, you can go wherever you want, you can watch anything you want.
Yeah, but if they want it taken away, they can take it away.
Okay.
In US, you never, again, it makes me laugh, a place in US, you never want to earn anything because you have to pay taxes on it. Most of Europe, I think Greece is pretty okay at the moment. I'm not sure about the property here, but in most places, be it you can own a property, but how much taxes do you have to pay on that property?
Well, here in Greece at the moment, if you owe more than 500 euros to the IRS, they can take your house.
That's freedom, it's democracy. You own a house, right?
Yeah.
So you have to pay tax. If you don't pay the tax, okay, is that a free person where, okay, this is my land, I've bought it, I'm going to live it, this is mine. It's never yours.
No.
So you're never going to own a property because it's owned by the government of the country you're in. In United Kingdom, it's owned by the Crown. If they want to take it, they take it.
And the Crown is a corporation above anything else.
Yeah, it's money. It's all about money. Yeah. How can we exploit the people to make money from the people? Is that democracy? No.
No. No.
Is it? Are your leaders? Do they have your best interests at heart? The only country I would say, in my opinion, that has it right is United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the other Gulf countries. Why?
Why is that?
They look after the people. The Emiratis are looked after. They're looked after. They take a percentage of the national wealth. They get prime jobs, etc., etc., and the wealth is shared. The leaders, very wealthy people, but they share. Okay, UK. We'll use UK as an example. UK used to be a rich country. Where did all the money go?
It was an empire, yeah.
Where did the money go?
To the Crown.
To the Crown, to the elites. And did it go to the people? Up until, and I've said this in other places, up until before the Second World War, most Brits lived in poverty. Why? Because all the money went to the top. Were they sharing? No, because UK is a monarchy. It's a slave system. The Emirates, the people, the Emiratis are looked after. Generally, the Emirates is a very, very safe country. Very safe. The infrastructure, they invest in the infrastructure. They make sure everybody, be it a resident, be it a citizen, be it a visitor, they're looked after. Mm-hmm. So again, they're doing it right. Yes, the elites the leaders are making a lot of money. They have a lot of money, but they share. They look after their people.
Their society is taken care of.
They're taking care of their people because it's their responsibility. Again, maybe it's their mentality. It's their responsibility to look after their people. Whereas you look in the West, especially places like UK, their mentality is we're here to exploit the people because they're hair subjects, they're hair slaves. So the Emirates has got it right. In most other countries, no, you don't have democracy, and the Emirates are not a democracy.
So for the commoner, for the middle class Joe Nothing, what's your advice to him?
In what perspective?
What he can do to benefit his life if he doesn't live in a democracy?
You have to work. You have to do what you have to do, right? But understand. I think this is most people's mentality. Oh, the government's helping us. The government's this. The government. You're not. It's like once you understand how the government views you, and how the government is using you, okay, you have to do your own thing. Get a good accountant. Work out how to save as much money as possible, and understand the system. You have to pay taxes, but don't pay too much, right?
Yeah.
And understand it's not, the system can turn on you in a fraction of a second. You own nothing. You never will own anything. And
just navigate yourself the best you can.
You have to navigate. What else you can do? It makes me laugh when people go on about, oh, we live in a democracy, we have freedom. Yeah,
Western values.
Western values, you can, yes.
And even about the Emiratis, yeah, but what about LGBTQ? Someone in the West will say.
You know what? This is one where I like the Emirates. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, yeah. That's all for now. Bye.